Okay, question 4. Question 4 sucks. I'm only going to do 4c because question 4 really sucks. So 4c. And the question we've got is f of x, so y, equals negative x squared plus 4x plus 12. And they want us to do it first by factorising, then by completing the square, and then by using the quadratic formula. So this is finding the zero, so the x-intercept. So factorising. Okay. So this is the method where you're like, so we know f of x equals minus 1x squared plus 4x plus 12. Minus 1 times 12 equals negative 12. So now we're looking for what multiplies to give negative 12 times to get negative 12 but adds to get positive 4 because that's the number in the middle. Positive 6 and negative 2. Positive 6x and negative 2x. Okay, so now I can rewrite f of x as negative 1x squared plus 6x. Actually, I'm going to do minus 2x first. It really doesn't matter. Minus 2x plus 6x plus 12. I only did the minus 2x first because I know I can get rid of the minus along with the minus 1x squared. So if I take negative 1x out the front, so I'm factorising these two at a time, don't forget. So I'm factorising these two first. That was the worst line I've ever drawn. Negative 1x, then I've got x plus 2 left. And then when I factorise the second two, 6 goes in, I've got x plus 2. What a surprise. This means I've got x plus 2 outside of negative 1x plus 6, which is exactly the same as x plus 2, 6 take x. So the zeros, don't forget we changed the sign inside the bracket, so x equals negative 2 and x equals positive 6. Okay, next method, completing the square. The square. That's a square. Okay, so I'm just going to write out our function again. F of x equals negative x squared plus 4x plus 12. I factorise the first two. Well, I don't completely factorise it. I just make it so that the coefficient of the x squared term is positive 1. So I'm going to take minus out the front. I've got x squared, that's going to change to take 4x plus 12. Don't forget, we then have whatever's here. So we've got negative outside of x take 2 squared. And then I've got to take. You'd think it was just 2 squared, but we've got a negative 1 out the front. So negative 2 squared. Plus 12 at the end, so which means I've got negative x take 2 all squared plus 4 plus 12 is plus 16. And therefore, if I have 0 equals negative x take 2 squared plus 16, I'm now going to divide everything by negative. Oh, actually, no, I'm going to rewrite this as 0 equals 16 take x take 2 all squared. Now this is in the same form as a squared take b squared, so I'm going to factorise it to a take b, a plus b, which means I then get 0 equals 4 take x take 2, 4 plus x take 2, which means I've got 0 equals 4 take x plus 2, 4 plus x take 2. So I've got 0 equals 6 take x, x plus 2, which means x equals minus 2 and x equals positive 6, which is exactly the same. Final method is, I'm going to have to do it down here, the quadratic formula. Quadratic. So here, a is negative 1, b is, I've forgotten, positive 4, c is 12. So we know straight away x equals minus 4 plus minus the square root of 4 squared take 4 times negative 1 times 12 all over 2 times negative 1. So I get x equals, I'm going to scroll, sorry, negative 4 plus minus the square root of 16 plus 48 all over negative 2. So I've got x equals negative 4 plus minus the square root of, what does that come out as, 64? All over negative 2. I like that. That's a nice easy one because I've got x equals minus 4 plus minus 8 because root 64 is 8. All over negative 2. So I get x equals negative 4 take 8 all over negative 2 and negative 4 plus 8 all over negative 2, which gives me x equals negative 12 over negative 2 is positive 6 and x equals positive 4 over negative 2 is negative 2. Hooray! Same answers for all of them.